Hello, everyone. And finally, I got to see the movie, The Conjuring 2, that finally came out, and I was quite anticipating this movie. I'm a big fan of the first Conjuring when that film came out in summer 2013. I was a big fan of that movie. The spin-off of Annabelle was terrible. That was awful. Um, so yeah, I am here to give you essentially what is my thoughts on on the most anticipated sequel of the year. I thought it was really great. Honestly, I thought The Conjuring 2 was very good. What the story is essentially like this place. This movie takes place like 3-4 years after the first Conjuring, and is like right is in the way to understand the movie is like this is right after the stuff happening in Connecticut with you, like the those movies, and how the Warrens were actually a part of that. It's like they say that this is like right after that the Amityville horror case for them, and in this movie, of course, is essentially the Warrens. They say maybe we should hang it up. We don't know for sure. We can't do this for so long, and and essentially they get a distress call. Was it distress call? So it's more like superhero, really. But essentially, they get some people notifying their help live all the way in, I forgot where, like Yorkshire or somewhere like that, in somewhere in England, essentially. And it's essentially from this single mother who's raising like 4 kids, and they all have their own little problems, essentially, in this movie. And just shit starts to hit the fan, quite literally. Okay, well, not literally, but you know what I mean. It goes crazy, essentially, and yeah, it just spirals out of control from there. Yeah, I'm really, and that's essentially the story. And both families have conflicting things happening. Like with the Warrens, it's essentially them like saying maybe we should hang up what we're doing. Maybe we should sort of stop. We're not really being that successful doing this. And then with the family is like, with the family, how they're doing, like the kids are having their own problems at school, how they're dealing with bullying, and how they deal with certain things. But then you can see the mother struggle trying to raise the kids. All that is really interesting and fascinating. I was really personally sucked in by that, and I thought it was very, very powerful and captivating. In my opinion, James Wan is one of my favorite modern directors. I freaking love James Wan. Every film, in my opinion, he touches, in my opinion, turns to gold. Okay, granted, I'm personally not the biggest Saw fan. Like even though the first one is definitely the best of the Saw movies, it's still less than the same. It's not a good franchise, for the record, in my opinion. The Saw franchise is kind of done from the beginning, but whatever. I really do. Aside from that, I really do love James Wan. I think I forgot if he did like he did Fast and Furious 5 and 6. I forgot. I think he did. Those were great films. He did 1 or 2 of the Fast and Furious movies. Those were great. The first Conjuring, of course, I love that movie. First Insidious, I love that movie. Insidious Part 2, I think is great. It may not be as excellent as the first one, but I thought it was still just as good, in my opinion. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically my thought. Aside from that, seriously, I love James Wan, and to me, he's one of the best working directors arrived today, alongside Matthew Vaughn. In my opinion, they're superb. They are superb directors, and this is a slow, meticulous, clever movie that really builds on atmosphere and tone and character. Like, I love how every person in this movie gets a moment to shine, and yet they are still used in the movie quite well. It's like, okay, you did your part, okay, push it aside, focus on you, like that. It feels like everyone has a shining point in this movie, and yet they always, in the end, it kind of comes in and contributes, even though the other siblings, in the end of the movie, in the final conclusion of it, they kind of pushed aside, even though they were greatly developed. The way the kids acted and the way they were performed, oh, holy crap, they were excellent. They were seriously great, in my opinion. And they knew how to sell that fear and shock, especially for such a young, especially because they're so much younger, and because they can get easily traumatized and just have that inner reign for the rest of their lives, really. And I personally thought they all did a fantastic job. The actor plays the mother, Frances O'Connor. That's it. She's excellent. I love her. The way she portrays the anguish and the anxiety and the constant agony and the frustration of bringing up these 4 kids, and they have hell to pay for in their own home, and how they're battling that, and how they conflicting with the Warrens. She was excellent. But my favorite part of this movie, my favorite part, is Sofia Vergara and Patrick Wilson. Holy shit, these two have fantastic chemistry, in my opinion, and I really thought they were amazing in this movie. The way they bounced off each other, the way they believed, to me at least, the way I believed in marriage, and the way it was in, to me was so good and so captivating, and there's not one moment in this film where I was like, oh, they're filming it. It constantly felt like they were putting their 100% genuine honesty in this movie, and every scene that they were in, it really was like they were making a statement. It was just powerful, and their chemistry is great. The atmosphere and the tone is very good. I really do like how they kind of did capture the late 70s in England, even though it's not like fully exploited, like how it was in X-Men Days of Future Past, where you really got to see the more North American 70s vibe to it. In this movie, you get the feeling of this is 1970s, but England 1970s, in my opinion. And they really did that, was really smart. Even though they didn't go full out, I'm glad they didn't. They kept it restrained. Again, same thing with the first Conjuring and Insidious. The directing is so brilliant. I feel like I got the sneeze coming on. Okay, good. I don't. I'm sorry. And there's a couple of moments where you do kind of have, like in the first Conjuring, where they have the first, when they're recording on that small little thing, it's like, all right, let's see it through this little camera here when they're recording on there. And I thought it was brilliant the way they did that. And there's a particular scene in the movie, where TV producers are recording the 2 kids, and one of them is talking in like a really creepy, demonic voice, like that, and chills. That point for me, I'm just like, that went from that point on when they're being recorded on TV. If you've seen the movie already, that moment from there, for me, it just made from a good movie to a great movie. It really sold, for me at least, it really showed the stakes and what's really at risk. The way these kids are going to grow up due to the scarcity and the monumental shock of what is going on to them, and how they'll carry the rest of their lives after it with this type of shock to them. And it feels like they really are really selling those moments really powerfully. And I thought the kids, like, again, I can't help but praise the kids in this, but they're fantastic. In my opinion, they were really amazing. Again, the directing was so slow, so clever. And there's like 1 or 2 long takes in the movie, and I thought those were brilliant. Those long takes really keep me in and sucked into a movie, in my opinion. Yeah, that's really, the praise for the movie. I love this movie. It's a really solid, like, it's to me really shocking, because horror sequels are the same thing with comedy sequels. They don't know how to continue that. Well, with horror sequels, they forget how to continue on the constant threat. The constant threat and terror, and how that continues on, and how we can see that continuing on with this movie with Ed and Lorraine Warren. I thought they were great, and the way they carried it through from the first movie was really great, in my opinion. I thought it was very, very well done. do I have any problems with this movie? I would say, when it comes to story-wise, same thing with Deadpool. I think it was Deadpool. Yeah. I felt like it wasn't really anything that original. But even then, I still felt so captivated by it. The ending, while good, I feel like it ends on a weird note, or at least in a way a horror movie shouldn't end. I don't know. It's a good ending for the record, but it's like, it's very odd, I will say. And I will say the first 10 minutes, in my opinion, are a little hard to get through. It feels like, it's like, okay, what is this? I'm not saying what it's building up, but for me, it was a little bit hard to get through. Like, I thought some of the acting was on and off at times. But then again, I thought that was just kind of like, the establishing mood and tone that the movie was going for a much more down and grizzled and realistic way. But it does as a whole. And in the end, I thought Conjuring, in my opinion, was a really, really shockingly great film. And I am really impressed by this movie. And what is my rating for this movie? For this movie, in my opinion, I'm gonna rate it an 80. 80? I don't know. Oh man, it's difficult. I'll give it a 90 to be generous. I thought it was a really great, solid horror movie sequel, in my opinion, and as a whole, yeah, it's a shockingly great movie and with a lot of clever writing, build up, and great atmosphere and acting as a whole. In my opinion, The Conjuring 2 was pretty great. And yeah, I'd love to recommend the movie for all of you, everyone. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the future for more videos as always. Till then, thank you very much, and bye.